Straight ahead is the exit to Disney's Animal Kingdom, Epcot Magic Kingdom, and if you head this direction, you'll be heading towards the Disney All-Star Resorts off of Osceola Parkway and Buena Vista Drive, and this is the McDonald's here on Walt Disney World property. This location has been here since the year 1998. It changed in 2009 to a more modern look, and then recently in the year 2020, they have updated it to what it is now. It's more of a eco-friendly McDonald's. But today we're gonna be looking back at the year 1998 and what this place used to look like. Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. I've been recently getting obsessed with McDonald's and Disney history, and today I figured I would start this series looking back at some historical things that McDonald's and Disney have done together, from French fries in the parks to building unique McDonald's on site. And we're gonna be starting here at the McDonald's right next to the All-Star Resorts. Now, let's take a closer look. I will not lie, I do like the way this McDonald's looks. The architecture is pretty fantastic, pretty futuristic. Definitely looks like something you would see at Disney, but I can't help but want to see it back in 1998. That is so amazing. Definitely underrated for McDonald's. I used to always stop at McDonald's in the morning on my way in, or I would stop at McDonald's on the way out of the parks every day heading back to my hotel, because I would normally stay on Highway 192. There was McDonald's right next to the hotel that I would stay at. Also, there's McDonald's on the other side of Disney Springs at the crossroads that I would go to. Plus, as a kid, I would get the McDonald's French fries that they had in the parks, but that's going to be for a later date. Today we are talking about this location right behind me. This place, when it was built, was pretty McDonald's fantastic. This was the ultimate McDonald's, in my opinion, as far as Disney McDonald's goes. The characters, the architecture, everything they did to this McDonald's was so wacky. Ronald McDonald would be so stoked about this place. I mean, it is probably, well, just see for yourself. So let me first start off by saying I apologize for not printing out the photos like I normally do. Just gonna have to insert the photos in this video. I apologize for that, but I think it'll kind of work out a little better with what we're doing today. Now, whoever took this photo was standing right over here, because you can see the grass and all this area in the photograph. But this is what the side of the McDonald's looked like. You can see the golden arches there, the giant cup with the face and the eyes, and then you can see that gigantic Happy Meal with the hamburger. There was a large portrait of Ronald on the side there. Looks completely different. Looking at the golden arches, those would have been like right here in that area, and the plants, you know, the bushes and everything have been changed, and then you can see the sidewalk in the photo, and then you can see the grass right here that was just in there. But yeah, whoever took the photo, they were standing right over there. So that's what it would have looked like if you were on one of these Disney buses heading to the park. Now we're gonna walk down here, see a different angle of what this place looked like from the parking lot. You guys will be able to see some more characters. So yeah, this is what it looked like from this angle. You can see the golden arches, the cup, and I can actually see that portrait of Ronald McDonald there. To the right of him was a gigantic hamburger. Below the hamburger was a Grimace portrait, but that was on a Happy Meal box. And then they had I believe it was a female French fry. And then to the right of that, the entrance, the main doors you would walk into had a gigantic Ronald McDonald statue. This is what it looks like current day. So the golden arches would have been here, giant Happy Meal right there, the cup, the French fry, the hamburger, and the giant Ronald statue right there. A lot has changed. And now we have to head all the way to the corner right over here. This is where I believe this photograph was taken. I think they were standing right here to kind of give you a perspective of it. Shout out to buildabettermousetrip.com for this photograph. They were promoting a 24-hour drive-through on the banner, but you can kind of see just how epic this McDonald's used to be. Now the lights have been changed. They're now these solar-powered lights, as you can see in current day. The whole layout and everything has changed. But that's what it looked like from this angle right here. Someone did take a photograph. I believe they took it above, like they went up top of that bridge right there. They might have taken it while they were driving. And I'll kind of explain to you why when we get there. But this place used to have huge lettering on the backside. Now the one thing about this McDonald's was they were not afraid to promote their characters like Grimace, the Hamburglar, Ronald, the classic characters. You know, I grew up with those guys. I grew up in the 90s watching all those amazing, very high budgeted McDonald's commercials with the live action characters. I was a McDonald's kid. I definitely grew up being a fan of Ronald and the gang. This McDonald's was definitely supporting that era of McDonald's, you know? I mean, they definitely supported that era of the Ronald McDonald franchise. You don't really see that too much anymore, and that kind of makes me sad. I don't know, like, I wonder if kids today know who Ronald is, or the Hamburglar, or Grimace, Mayor McCheese. I don't think these kids know who those guys are. But I'll show you guys another photograph of this place. So now the reason I think they took the photograph up there on the overbridge right here is because in the photograph you can see the sidewalk here. So it's gonna be a little different, but you'll have to use your imagination. This is what this place looked like from up above. To the right of the screen, you can see the sidewalk I was talking about, and then those epic letters, McDonald's, so big on the side there. That was where the drive-thru is, and still is today. The drive-thru is in the same spot. Parking has changed just a tad, not a whole lot. And then you can see the giant golden arches and the Happy Meal box on the right-hand side. That part of the McDonald's was just so epic to me. So insane. This is what it looks like current day. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I just kind of wish we could have incorporated Ronald on this somehow. I'm sure Ronald is eco-friendly too. Grimace, Hamburglar, they all love the earth. They love the planet. Let's include them in some of the stuff. I don't know. When I go to a McDonald's on Disney property, I feel like I should be seeing more of those guys. I do appreciate this McDonald's though. I think it's pretty nice. The inside of it is incredible. And I did a video showing this McDonald's right when it first opened, ordering here, how it worked, going inside, doing everything. Check that video out. It's up above if you guys want to watch it. Give it some love. But what are your thoughts on this McDonald's changing? What are your thoughts on McDonald's in general? They become so modern. It used to be a place of fun. It used to be one of those things that you're like, you're going to McDonald's. It's like a vacation in its own. Like, we're going to play. We're going to go play in the play place. There might be Ronald there. Some kid might be having a birthday party and paid for Ronald to be there. Are you getting a toy? You're going to play with your toy? I just feel like the days of sitting on hamburger stools and stuff is long gone. You guys have any memories here? Did you and your family ever get to visit this McDonald's up until 2009 before it changed? It changed to a more modern McDonald's in 2009. Wasn't anything special. I will say that this new McDonald's here is a little bit more cosmetically awesome. It looks so good. It's definitely got the look of the future. Like, it's cool. It's definitely an experience. You don't see these kind of McDonald's driving down the highway. But I want to see more of the cartoony, wacky, weird McDonald's come back. And I'm so thankful I did that video back in the day, because the dining room is actually currently closed at this location. They're only doing drive-through only. The fans aren't even on out here. No one's sitting in this area. Now, it is accessible, but nothing is open, nothing is operating. But right here is where the giant Ronald would have been as you were walking in. Happy Meal would have been here. Giant hamburger right there. just wanted to walk up. But yeah, as you guys can see on the front door here, the dining room is currently closed. Got to use the drive-through. That's a bummer. But I did get to go inside before. Showed everything. Sat right over there. It's a lot cooler under here. These little solar panel things they have up here, what power the fans and the lights they have. It's pretty epic, man. This place is pretty neat. And of course, the giant golden arches here made out of plants. How cool is that? I love it. I love McDonald's. It's so awesome. I'm glad we got to do this. I'm glad we got to come out here and take a closer look at what this used to look like from 1998 to 2009, a little over a decade. And like I stated before at the beginning of this video, this is the beginning of a new series I will be doing here. It'll kind of be thrown in throughout the different daily episodes. You'll be seeing some of these coming in. McDonald's history at Walt Disney World. We'll be taking a closer look at some of the French fry locations, other McDonald's locations. It's gonna be fun. I'm kind of excited about this. I kind of hope you guys are too. I'm a McDonald's kid through and through. I love McDonald's. I will always go to a McDonald's regardless of what I'm eating and dieting or whatever I'm doing. McDonald's is always a must, even if I'm going just to get a Diet Coke or a coffee. Love McDonald's. McDonald's has the best soda ever. Ever, ever, ever. I will go out of my way to go get a McDonald's Diet Coke. Call me crazy. McDonald's Diet Coke tastes better than any other Diet Coke ever. I don't know why. It's the perfect amount of carbonation and flavor, and that's a whole different subject, and I could totally talk forever about why it's the better Diet Coke. But that's not why we're here. We were here to see what this place looked like from 1998 to 2009 and what it currently looks like. This was a lot of fun, but I think our adventure for today has come to an end. Which means, I was talking to the McDonald's employee. He was standing out front. He told me that the dining room was closed while I was filming there, which is cool. And he was like, yeah, you should use the drive-thru. And I was like, well, can I film around here? And he said, yeah, absolutely. Take your time. He's like, what are you filming? And I said, this is what it looked like back in 1998. He was so stoked. He had no idea. So he was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this video when you put it out. I was like, cool. He's like, I wanna see it. That's really cool. I love doing that. I love meeting employees, like cast members or different people who have no idea of the history of the place they work at, and they get stoked on it. That's like a plus doing these videos, man. That's so awesome to me. Anyways, I thought that was cool. It's time to say goodbye, but if you enjoyed this adventure, please click the thumbs up button. The next time you're here at this McDonald's, right next to the Disney All-Star Resorts, tell them World of Micah sent you. Check out that video I mentioned earlier, giving you a full tour of this McDonald's. And I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye. Yeah, that's a pretty big golden arch. Wasn't as big as the old one that used to be right there on the side. And when it said McDonald's right here along the wall, I want to say the lettering was probably that big, maybe bigger. Still a pretty big golden arch. It's pretty funny, man. Those golden arches, they mean so much to different people, you know. When I see that, it reminds me of childhood. 100% childhood. Going to McDonald's was a fun dinner.